we just heard was amazing. But the children, they're missing their friends. They're missing all of the fun they had in school. But even though we're apart, we are still connected. Paul told the people of the church that they're not just friends, we're family. We're family. We're joined together by the Holy Spirit. And the Holy Spirit is there to encourage us, to keep us from that loneliness, to keep us uplifted and knowing that we are connected. We're connected to God and we're connected to each other. So just like the ants, we love working together and sharing our time together. So our buzzword for today is God connects, right? So in knowing that, we are looking at ants. And ants work together. They work as a team. We like to just be busy all the time. But what's amazing about the ant is during a storm, during a time of turmoil and things going on, they join together and they're able to hold their arms around each other so tight that water cannot seep in. And they make a long strip, looks like wood. If you saw it floating in the water, it would look like a piece of wood, but they're just ants. And during Hurricane Katrina, they saw an ant bridge that was over 4 miles long. Wow, that's a lot of ants. But the amazing thing about ants is that nothing bothers them and nothing stops them from their mission. So if you ever see ants and you put a rock in front of them, they won't walk up to the rock and say, "What's this? Who put this here? Why is it here? What is it going to do? Should I be afraid?" No, they don't do that. They just keep walking around it, walking over it, but they are going to stay on their mission and stay connected. So what's our buzzword? God connects. So just like my shirt says, I'm one happy camper, because you know ants love a picnic. You're going to bug out on some bug bites, those tasty snacks that are going to be on your way. Can't wait to see what's going to be today. Well, I'm not only getting a little hungry, I'm getting a little antsy to do some crafts. So let's bug out on some crafts. Come on. Okay, let's bug out on crafts. So this craft that we're getting ready to do is for elementary students. So elementary students will be making this ant. It's a stuffed animal ant. It's really cute. Many ways you can put it together. Multiple colors you can try with your socks. So the items that you're going to need, you need this sheet. This is your sheet to direct you through the craft. And the items that you'll need are 2 pairs of socks. And it's okay if they're contrasting socks. You know, you don't have to have matching socks because you just pick the one that you want to be your ant, and the other one you're going to use the stuff for your stuffing to make him full. Okay, so you need that. You need some yarn, and you only need like 18 inches of yarn. You don't need a whole, skein, although I brought a whole skein just to show you. But you only need about 18 inches of yarn. You'll need some scissors. And you'll also need something for the legs and the antenna. So you can use sparkly pipe cleaners or regular pipe cleaners that match your sock color, contrasting. It's your choice, however you want. You'll need some thread just to sew the end of it because you're going to cut the sock. So we just have thread, and I have purple thread because I have a purple sock. All right, and so those are the things that you need, and also a Sharpie. So the Sharpie is what I used on this one, and I don't know if you can see his eyes, but if you don't have these little wiggly googly eyes to put on there, you can just do it with a Sharpie, right? So the optional things that you could use, if you don't have a needle or thread, a hand, you can also just staple the end of your sock. Glue, if you're going to use these googly eyes, you'll need the glue. And this is just a low heat glue gun. Or you can get real fancy and make your own eyes out of this transfer fabric, right? You can print it on your computer and print them out and cut them all out. If you have a group of children working on this project, you can do it that way. All right, so how do we get started? So we get started, of course, by picking the sock you want to stuff. So we're going to use this colorful one. We're just going to stuff them in there. Stuff them in, and I like the socks with the different colors, just because you kind of get a different color. You don't have to. It can be all one color. That's just, it's your preference. So you just stuff that sock in there. And what you're going to do with your yarn is I just kind of divide it up into threes, and then that's all you're going to need. Well, really, you're going to just need two for this. The way I did this one, you're only going to need two. So even if you don't have 18 inches, it's okay, because it's not going to take a lot to do this piece. All right, so you just bunch your sock up and make sure you have it in a ball like that. And then just take your yarn and wrap it around, tie it. Just going to tie it tight, and then turn it the other way. Tie it tight and tie it again. That way we make sure it doesn't come off. So if you don't have any pipe cleaners, since it's a stuffed animal, these could actually be legs. If you just want to tie a knot at the end of these for feet, you can do that too. So once we do that, we want to make sure our next part of our ant is ready. So we take that sock and we stuff it up again until we get our ball that we want. And then we take our other string and do the same thing. Just want to tie it. And tie it again underneath. Get it tight and tie it again. Alright, so now we got our second part of our ant. So the last part, we just want to make sure we got the end stuffed in there again. Sometimes as you're working, the sock just slides back out. So when I cut my sock, I just want to show you the pattern it made. You can see it because I used the contrasting sock, and you'll see it here too. You see how I'm getting right to the heel? So when I cut, I'm going to have that same pattern. Not by choice, but it just came out that way because you can see the contrasting. And you cut the end. Then you just stuff that. Just for sake of time and not watching me sew, we're just going to staple this one since I sewed that one, so you can see the difference. There you go. And then, so I stapled two that way. Then I'm just going to pull these two pieces over and staple again. All right, so there's the ant with the staple back. still works out. All right, so then we'll decide on using our legs. So what you do is just trim this off. Okay, kind of roll it under there. When you put the legs on, you really won't see. Then at this point, if you like the other side, you can make the other side the top of your ant. We'll just use these just because we have them. So what we're going to do, we need to cut these in half. That's going to give us our legs. So that's to give us our 6 legs and then our antenna for the top. All right. So you just take your pipe cleaner and twist it. Right, and then open it up. And you've got the first set of legs. Same thing for this one. Put it on and twist it tight. Here's your second set of legs. And then for this one, you go through the center of the body. So you just wiggle it through and you'll feel it on the other side. And sometimes, because you got this other sock wadded up in there, you may just get a parent to help you stick that scissor through there to make that hole. Keep your finger there and then just feed it through the hole you just made. Now, because we're not twisting this like we did the other one, you will have to trim this piece of pipe cleaner, because otherwise your middle legs will be way too tall. Okay, so we just want to make our pipe cleaner feet be even. So I'll drag this one over, pull these down and say, okay, it's about where we need it. All right, so just flip his little feet out. Now your ant can move around. Same thing with putting the antenna through. If you can pinch your sock up enough at the top, you could probably feed this through without it bending. But it's still, I find it easier just to go ahead and poke the hole with the scissors and feed it through. Okay. Feed it through. You can curl these down some. All right. Little joker's coming out kind of cute, isn't he? Oh, sparkly. Oh, sparkly. All right. So now we're just going to put his eyes on. And make sure you have your glue gun for this. And you just put a little glue on. Right there. Does that one come off the plastic? Okay. There he is. All right. So if you're doing this with other people, you're going to do just like the story said. Ants like to work together. That's one thing they do. And at times of trouble, in storms, they can connect themselves and make a bridge. So what you can do is get your other friends and get their ants and put them together. Just take their feet and twist them together so that they hold on, and then they can make that bridge that we talked about today in our story of working together and God being there the whole way.